Hey folks, Levi here once again. Welcome back to another Flash video. Yes, this time it's a Flash video. I hope you all enjoyed my Pick of 56 video that I did last weekend. Well, this is a DC shirt and I got the Flash right here on it. So I don't have a Flash shirt. But anyway, as you know, I've been talking about the CW Flash star Grant Gustin, and I've talked about the 4 seasons. Now I'm giving my thoughts on favorite episodes. This is the last season I'm talking about. I know there's 9 seasons, but I'm going to finish it here. And this is my thoughts on favorite episodes of The Flash Season 5, which honestly I didn't care for this season. Was not a fan of it. This is where, in my opinion, the show just fell apart. Yeah. Season 4 was the beginning of the downfall for the show, but this just took the cake, in my opinion. This just was... Sorry about the quality of the video, I know it doesn't look the best, but this, for me, in my opinion, my thoughts by the way is that this season was lame. I've seen season 6 and 7, and it just keeps on getting worse. At this point, I got tired of the show, and don't really have no much interest in watching. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not going to suffer through, 4 more seasons. I'm not going to suffer for watching 4 more seasons. I'm not going to suffer through that. I'm sorry. I can't take it no more at this point. At this point, I just couldn't take it no more. Season 5, I was just done. Season 6, I watched that for like a whole year, back in 2019, 2020, whatever, and I'm like, I regret it, yeah. It was so sad because this show started out really good writing, really good story. It was really good when it started out. In my opinion, the first 3 seasons are the best. Once you get to season 4, especially this season, it's just not good anymore, in my opinion. The show becomes terrible, becomes shit, literally. It becomes terrible. I mean, it's like the writing just became bad. I just didn't care for the season. But anyway, I do have the episodes written down for the okay ones, 2 of least favorite ones, and some episodes I admit I did like. Yes, I will admit that. I didn't completely hate the season. There were some things I did like about it, but it's still not a very good season. But anyway, pretty much this season follows Barry after dealing with after they defeated Clifford the Glow, the Thinker. After they defeated him, they destroyed the Enlightenment. It does have some effect, though, as it creates another villain. But anyway, it follows Barry dealing with the consequences of his daughter, Nora Allen, from the future, 2049, that she, helped him destroy that satellite before crashing to Earth, destroying the Enlightenment. And, she showed up at the door. This is where the season takes off. And he confronts a new foe in a guy named Orlin Dower, who's called Cicada. Cicada, who is a black, he's got kind of like a Bane mask. He has like a cloak and dagger that's black. And he has a dagger that can take away the Flash's power. So Cicada's goal is to basically kill all metahumans. His goal is to murder all of them, kill all of them. But this season kind of does a switch, which I don't like. So again, there will be spoilers, so if you haven't seen The Flash Season 5, don't watch this video. Again, please don't watch it, because if you don't watch the last one, I'm saying, folks, don't watch the video. Spoilers. So, if you don't want to spoil this for yourself, don't watch. But I'll go ahead and get into the episodes, okay? Remember, this is just my opinion, so... on this show, so not yours, mine. So anyway, I'll go ahead and get started. Alright, this episode I thought was okay. This was the first episode of the season. That is Nora. They end up meeting Nora. Nora comes to the door, telling her, I'm your daughter, Nora Allen. She tells Barry this, and she tells him, I know you all from the future, but she can't tell them anything because of the consequences of that. And Barry and I was like, wow, I take her to the Speed Lab. So she's our daughter. And Barry says, we need to set her back, which I do agree with. And by the way, I will say right now, I don't like Nora. She's annoying. I don't like her. She says sway a lot. I'm like, that's stupid. I'm like, that's annoying. I was just excited, of course, but Barry is concerned that it will affect the timeline, which it will, on his own mistakes. And Wally's there too, which we don't really get Wally, and he leaves in the season, which is sad. I hate us. We don't get Jessie Quick at all. We don't see her anymore, or even Wally. That sucks. I miss Kid Flash and Jessie Quick. They were the better speedsters here. I'm like, again, another problem I have with the show. You have good characters and you get rid of them, and you bring in crappy, shitty ones like Ralph. Ralph is not that much in this season though. Where they try to time travel, and the particle accelerator where it happened, her and Barry try to run around it, but apparently he tries to push her back in, but it stops. That's because Wally ends up going, because he went to the Metas, because they tested her blood and DNA that she is Barry and Iris's daughter. Her blood is cyanide with negative tachyons, preventing her from using the Speed Force. All those are way harder to time travel, so she can't go back. And she was that he never returned after his experience in 2024. She shows him where Thawne's lab, what Thawne's secret room is, where they use him now to talk to Gideon, and apparently he's supposed to miss in 2024. That she tells him that he goes missing. This is Thawne knew it, of course, in season 1. But then you get a new metahuman named Gridlock, which you got which looked pretty cool. Barry gets in his suit, which honestly I hate this suit. This suit looks lame. It looks like a bad, it looks like a 70s bad TV series suit. It looks ridiculous. After season 70 looks better than this. I just didn't like the mask helmet. I thought it was goofy looking. I thought it was stupid to look at. I did not like this suit. This suit I thought was pretty lame, to be honest. I will say about season 6, he does get a better suit, but my least favorite suit in the seasons of The Flash, this would definitely be my least favorite. Barry tries to fight the guy, but can't, because he's too strong, like is. Oh yeah, well he fails because freaking Nora shows up and says, "Daddy, cool, you're fighting Gridlock." And she nearly gets him killed because he fights, he's able to knock him, push him back, but Gridlock, the angry he is, he's strong, so, thanks to Nora showing up like, "Hey, you're fighting Gridlock, awesome, cool, sway." And then he's very distracted, so Gridlock, gives him the right upper hand punch and nearly kills Barry. Thank you, Nora. I will admit the suit does have a ring, which is cool, but still a lame suit. And then, Gridlock tries to kill these people on the plane, and they have to phase through it. And I'll say, this is the part I kind of thought, but this episode was a little boring. But Barry and her are able to touch them, and Wally, and they're able to phase the whole entire plane, which I thought that was cool, and it works. And so they decide that Nora can stay with them. But, her being here in this timeline is, if you've seen Back to the Future, she's pretty much erasing her own existence. You get why she comes back in time, but still, time is something you shouldn't mess with, because it messes back with you. As you've seen in the show before, if you've seen the show. But he's transported to the prison. The convoy gets attacked by a masked individual who is Cicada. He's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "I want you more. Die." And then the episode ends there. We see Cicada for the first time. His lightning-shaped dagger that dampers his powers. Takes away his powers, But that was okay. It was an alright episode. The another okay episode, in my opinion, was called Blocked. This time, you do see Cicada, Orlin, like I said, his name was Orlin, wasn't it? Let's see. Yeah, Orlin. You see him kind of injured after a fight. He's got this doctor helping him. He's got this little girl named Gracie, or that's kind of, I guess, his niece. Anyway, he gets injured. You see what happens in the fight. He nearly kills Cicada, but Cicada will stab him with a dagger and kill him. He wins the fight. He just gets injured. He's got this injury right here on his chest that gives him his powers. There's a crime scene, and she just wants to hang around Barry all the time. It's annoying. She doesn't want to hang around with Iris at all. She's pretty cold toward Iris. Iris tries to talk to her, but she seems like she just doesn't want to hang out with Iris. I guess she said in the future, Iris has not been a good mother to her. And, yeah. But she's just not nice. She just gives Iris the cold shoulder, you know. But, you know, so she, you know, Barry uses her as a CSI intern because Captain seems like, who are you? And he says that he's training for, you know, somebody to take his place probably, or if he ever leaves or whatever, just to do training. And he was like, okay. And, you know, Cisco is depressed over losing Gypsy, over him breaking up. Caitlin tried to help him out. Beth has, like, the book of Out, which is really annoying. Try to help him move on. You know, I do miss Gypsy, but it was depressing to see Cisco sad about it. They even tried to change his look. He's like, this guy better not cut my hair. And Caitlin also refuses to believe that her father might still be alive. She wants her dad's alive. So she even tries to talk to her mother, you know, his dad alive. He's like, no, Caitlin, your father's dead. I'm sorry. Let it go. Yeah. Cecile starts to lose her power. She can't hear her baby Jenna's thoughts, you know. Because she can hear your thoughts because that's her ability. But she begins to let in a way, thank God. Even Joe says that's okay. Sometimes you don't even know what the baby's thinking, you know. She worries about that. But I was kind of glad because Cecile having powers was dumb in the first place. So I was happy that she was losing her powers. I'm like, good. She doesn't need them. You have this new man named Brock, who, you know, she can create blocks of Dennis air. You know, she nearly does that because Flash and XS, which you know was her superhero name is XS, which I thought that was stupid. That sounds like a website for porn or something because that's a stupid name. But anyway, she tries to, you know, she kills them her group or whatever by crushing them. But like I said, when Flash and XS try to get her, arrest her, you know, she uses that plot on Barry, nearly kills him, until Nora's able to run and, you know, switch her arms and save him. They do end up stopping her though, because she gets ready to fight with these people, but, you know, with her gang, but then it kills them. But, you know, Flash, XS, Vibe, and, you know, Elongated Man, Ralph, stupid name still, show up and fight. But then they end up meeting Cicada for the first time because he throws his dagger, and when he does, the dagger takes away the powers. But he's like, I can't get my speed, and he gives him a pretty good beating. He gives Flash a beating. He nearly kills Barry, so it comes close to doing it. Because again, he has no speed, he has no powers, he's just like a normal man. And Cicada has the strength that nearly can kill them. He does stab Block, but I guess Norman manages to speed her away on time because he throws his dagger into her chest. He has technically control of it. Telekinesis control over his dagger, so he can grab it and call it. Kind of like when Thor can, you know, do this with his hammer. This was Cicada can do with his dagger, you know. He ends up punching Cisco's hands, which then takes away his powers. Cisco ends up fighting Caitlin, learning that her mother is involved with her father's disappearance. Iris is like, but one thing I do like about the season with Iris though, like I said, season where her being in charge of, her being in charge of the lab, being in charge of Starlight, being a boss, like, no, she's not a scientist, but I do like it that, this season that Iris is going back to being a reporter, a journalist, which she's good at, and, you know, she even gets her own office in the season, a little later on in the season, but that was nice to see. And she's investigating Cicada, trying to find out about him, and of course Nora knew about it, you know, about Cicada, But she just didn't tell them. Way to go, Nora. That was fun. Then, I did enjoy this one episode. This was one of my favorites. This is The Death of Vibe. The team ends up recruiting a new Harrison Wells, that is Harrison Sherlock Wells. He's a detective. They have to pay him a good amount of money. But she tells them about Cicada, that, all the villains he's going up against, Saboteur, Reverse Flash, Zoom, who he stopped or caught, or were defeated, or Thinker or any other villain. The scary thing is about Cicada, that he's supposed to be here in the future, but thanks to Nora intervening with the timeline and coming to do this, it brought Cicada earlier. But it has to do with the Enlightenment, so that's what brought him. The thing is, though, Flash in the future never caught him. Cicada got away with it, so he's pretty much like a Cisco Glitter. He's like Jack the Ripper for metahumans, basically. He's never caught, But until they have Sherlock Wells, who I like Sherlock Wells. Was not funny and humorous, but he's like Sherlock Holmes, and his job is to investigate. He starts to investigate Nora. He finds her a bit suspicious, but he's like, I'm here to help you catch your killer. Excuse me. But the whole time Caitlin's mother, they break into her room, her files, and find a suicide note from Caitlin's father. They think a guy named David Hirsch was Cicada, because he was correct like 37 times of 37 different Earths. None of those multiverses and stuff, other Earths, can't say it right. But apparently he ends up wrong. Cicada ends up attacking Joe to lure Vibe out, which I like, well, not like, but Cicada, threatens Joe, ties him up, tries to question him about Vibe. He's like, because Orland does some investigating of his own, and he's able to find out that Joe's there, that he knows part of who Vibe is, so that's why he goes to him like, Detective, I won't hurt you, just tell me who he is. He's got good over the default voice, but I do like, the actor who plays Cicada does a good job. He reminds me of Jason, some actor, I forget the actor's name. Anyway, but he was really good, I thought. He doesn't have a Sean Connery type of voice like Bane in Dark Knight Rises. He has a very intimidating voice. Like he's going to kill Joe. He's like, I don't want to hurt you, I just want to know about it. The Vibe shows up. And she even tries to, Cecile tries to call up, she's like, through his mind, he's like telling her, no, Cecile, that's what he wants. But they have a fight in the woods. Vibe is trying to run away from him. His hands are cut, and so he's after Vibe. Until Barry shows up, but he's easily defeated because he's got the dagger, and he's able to take his powers away. He's like, at least Flash won't have to deal with you anymore. So feels very close to giving Barry another beating, and this time almost kills him. Comes close. They cause this explosion. Cicada he can fly away. And Cisco they fake his death. He used a breach machine. He's alright. They think he's just like, well, Cisco dead. But no, he's alright. Caitlin gets a hidden message from her father, Thomas Snow, that's her father's name, asking her to come find him. And he's like, okay, Dad. And apparently there's somebody watching her, which is her father. Like I said, Cicada visits his niece. She had an attack of the Enlightenment, and she's been in the hospital. Cicada also has this doctor because he gets injuries and stuff from fighting metahumans, so he's a medical doctor, right? Well, yeah, for a reason. I forget the lady's name. But she also has something against metahumans. So she's willing to help him murder and kill them as well. Nora agrees to stay with her parents, but she has a strained relationship with Iris. Like I said, her and Iris aren't very much talking. And like I said, Sherlock suspects that Nora's lying, so he starts to have his little investigation of her. Yeah. But again, even though I don't like Nora, I do like the arrival of Sherlock. I do like the Sherlock character. I even like that he mocks Ralph. Yeah, that was funny. And he's like, because Ralph telling Ralph he's a lame detective and calls him Baby Giraffe, which I thought was funny. Sure, at least Sherlock's not annoying. He wasn't annoying to me. Not as much as Ralph is. Anyway, that was the death of Ives. And this episode again I thought was okay, and that is newsflash. I do like the beginning of this episode. They have like the cops are having like a baseball game, a softball game or whatever. Barry has to play it easy. He has to play in the outfield, and he's horrible at it. And he, is slow being running, and gets out of first base. But he has to slow it down, and because he can't use his powers, he can't reveal to his officers and people that he's the Flash. So he has to be slow. Has to pretend. That's the whole thing about superhero identity. They have to pretend. But anyway, the thing about like Nora, she is, like I said, they made breakfast in the morning. She just like, I'm like, wow, really? I mean, I'm sure the pancakes, Iris made them a little too hard, they're not good, and she's just rude to Iris. Even has a smart attitude with Iris, saying that this girl who has many powers, all of the journalists that she worked with at the CNN or whatever, and she's like, well, she's doing something right. She's got better posts than you, Mom. Or, I just don't like her attitude toward Nora's attitude toward Iris, But anyway, this other cop walks on with a bag on the field. Cecile senses something that is wrong. He throws it up, and it's a bomb. But they all end up okay. And the guy apologizes for it. Apparently this girl, this journalist, she has the ability to control people, mind control people. Position of cell phone so that metahuman can be used for like technology and stuff. And the girl's named Spencer Young. They try to find out if it's her, and Iris even suspects that it could be her. Iris even talks to her a little bit in the episode, just tells her jitters. She suspects her, but Nora's like, why do you suspect her, Mom? Why do you do it? And they try to go do this thing where she can go talk to her. And she still has a smart attitude with Iris. Just, okay, Mom, I got it. And there's always been a moment where I didn't care about where she's flirting Spencer. Nora's talking to Spencer, saying, oh, I love your blog. And he's like, oh, you're so cute. And I'm like, yeah, they do go work with this show a little bit too. But, she learns that Nora doesn't like her because in the future, her mother implanted her with a meta-dampering chip that disabled her powers for a good reason, because she was worried about her daughter. Because, again, Barry disappeared in the future, supposedly died in the year 2024. So can you kind of blame Iris for wanting to protect her family? No. And take her powers away? No. I don't, you can't really blame Iris. Mm-hmm. But anyway, they go to the stadium where a bomb threat is reported, but therefore Spencer used her tech and saying excess, kill the Flash, and there's a mine. And somewhat Nora, which is weird, she can reverse time with her powers, which, okay, is interesting. And almost comes close to killing the Flash, so we get her mind back. Iris eventually stops Nora by shooting her with a translating dart. A tranquilizer dart in order to regain her mind, and Barry ends up arresting her. Well, of course, she tries to run out of the scene, but you can't you can't really beat the Flash in a race. So the Flash is able to put the medicals on, like, come on, let's go. Again, this technology, Metastar, created from DeVoe satellite explosion. of course, like I said, Cicada has super strength as well, because at the end Orlin goes to his house, he's freaking out, grabs his pole, is able to crush it with his bare hands. Yeah. But again, this episode I thought was alright. Alright, another favorite episode of mine is called All Dolled Up. All Dolled Up. Which, I mean, I do like this episode. Barry and Nora go and stop some art thieves, which works. Iris gets frustrated. Oh, I forgot to mention, though, I did like in the Newsflash episode where Barry gets hypnotized by Spencer, and he runs all the way to Vegas. But anyway, back to this episode. You find out that she's cold toward Iris because in the future, Iris is cold, distant, and critical of her actions. So Nora goes to spend time with Cecile, but, Barry somewhat admits to agreeing with Iris. She's like, she's my wife and I support her every decision. If she did that for a reason, it's a good reason. Nora was like, why do you support that, Dad? And she runs off. And then Iris has to cry about it. Iris, you didn't do nothing wrong. Nora's just being a little bitch, about it. She is. I'm like, So she goes to Cecile. She even tries to talk bad mouth Iris, and I do like what Cecile's like, Nora, let me tell you something. Everyone else in this household deserves respect. So if your mother had a good reason for it, okay. So you can do something better, okay, here, make this baby crib. And Nora does it super speed, but I like it when Cecile, and it breaks, and she's got the needles, the nails she put in, she's like, So next time they'll get a smart mouth. But Cecile's able to comfort her by talking about, to Nora about her mother, that she's done some good things, too, that she is a good person. You need to know who she is now, not who she is in the future. You have a new metahuman called Ragdoll, who, of course, steals this lady's necklace. Yeah. This guy's office gets destroyed by Flash, runs him out of there. Ragdoll, his ability to move his body. He's his bones are broken, but he can move into places silently, just gain into something because of his powers. And that is really, I say, pretty cool. His powers, Iris and Barry try to investigate the new meta. They try, they kind of go to his mom's house, and they do have a dance, but they talk to her. And Iris worries that she'll be a bad mother. And Barry's like, you're never going to be like a mother like that's not you, Iris. But Ragdoll ends up coming back, so he kidnaps Flash. Well, I'm sorry, Barry Allen kidnaps Barry. Barry offers to help him, but he makes a threat, and Barry's like, you're not going to touch him. And so, Ralph decides to help him, and I do like the moment where Ralph and, Iris, where he's able to take her on the buildings by using his powers. I thought that was cool. But, they jump off the building, which Iris jumps off. It's a bit silly, though. Iris jumps off the building, and he's able to get the cuffs off, and he's able to get the speed back, which I'm like, okay. All of a sudden, Iris is freaking Ethan Hunt, But, Nora's like, that was cool, Mom, and then they rekindled the relationship. Cisco, Caitlin, and Ralph try to investigate Caitlin's father, trapped into an office and chemistry lab before Cisco suddenly collapses because they ask him to help out, but every time he uses his power, thanks to getting cut by Cicada, who will have a seizure, and Caitlin, who's a doctor, tests her, and he's like, but you can't use your powers anymore. I know you want to help me out, but I don't want to risk my friend's life. Cisco takes control of the Devo satellite so he can control them so he can find Thomas and Cicada. But again, Good episode though. I did like Ragdoll. I mean, he did feel bad for the character Ragdoll. His mother was really harsh on him. Did some harsh things to him. You see why he became the way he did, and how he became a metahuman, with his body being crushed. But Ragdoll was a good villain, I thought. Alright, well that was all dolled up. Alright. Then another favorite of mine is called The Icicle Comet. Barry, Cisco, and Caitlin find her father. Thomas is in Snow, who's at an Arctic facility. They bring him to Star Labs. You know, it's just nice for to see him, but, you know, he reveals that both he and Caitlin have developed ice powers as a result of his experiments and trying to treat ALS genes. So apparently her father was scientist too. He was working on stuff, and apparently much that day, you know, I guess he was doing some testing, kind of like, you know, David Banner did the Bruce Banner in the Hulk 2003 film, trying to do some work or whatever. Well, wasn't really trying to kill somebody, but no differently, but gives him ice powers. Cisco finds him suspicious though. You know, find out, is he lying? Then why he all this time? You know, he tries to say something, but Caitlin fusses at him, and you know, tells Cisco, "This is my fault, Cisco. You need to stop now." Yeah. And Barry's like, that was a little too rough, but Cisco actually ends up being right. And he goes, so Cisco investigates more that he developed an internal personality called Icicle, kind of like Killer Frost. But he's been there for so long, it's taken over his mind. And he wears skin grafts to pose as him. Kayla realizes that the serum she created to cure her father would actually kill his human side. Cornered, Thomas reveals his old ego. Icicle was like, oh, you have to find it this way. And then, you know, it was able to pass them out by giving them a cold chill. He attempts to kill Team Flash with absolute zero temperatures. Flash next to her, one of him is like, well, you can't do that, speedsters. Speed and cold don't go together, so they almost die. Killer Frost has been going wild, but Caitlin's able to, you know, turn back into Killer Frost, you know, to fight her dad. He's got this machine. That he's going to try to use, maybe freeze the world or something like that. I don't know, forget. But she destroys the machine. Her father just, you know, just flies away. They also, you know, they learn that Brainstorm, who devotes his powers away, that eventually caused Killer Frost to disappear for a while, but eventually Frost was able to come back. She's always inside of Caitlin, and Caitlin just had to get that, emerge her out, which she does in this episode. That was good to see Killer Frost once again. But they learned the name of the niece, his niece. They learned that her name is Grace. So anyway, good episode. I like the Icicle character, very good special effects on him. And Caitlin's, falling in, trying to rekindle with him. But it was a good twist, I thought. Okay. And then this is the next favorite episode, that is, oh, come all you thankful. Kind of like a Thanksgiving episode, what it is. Barry attempts to go see Grace in the hospital, but thanks to the nurse that's helping him out, is able to talk about oils like right there, almost ready to attack or something. Dr. Ambrose is his name. Barry and Iris, they show the Central City's power grid is about to go off. But Barry, gets attacked by lightning and nearly dies until, North, was able to give him a shock, which works. But she yells, at Iris, she's like, again, being a pain to Iris once again, saying, you can't make decisions. We need somebody else's team leader, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, and because she's mad because her father's in danger. He's the Flash. He's always going to be in danger. He's had plenty of people throughout all 4 seasons trying to kill him. They suspect Mark Martin, who was the Weather Wizard, who was kind of like, and he had a brother who, Flash was faced off against, and who tried to, attack the city with a tidal wave. But he's in jail, but you end up finding out that it's his daughter named Josh Jackman, who they call Weather Witch. She was a weather control staff like her father. She says that she's going to hurt people in the city if they don't bring her. They do. They do bring Mark Martin, Weather Wizard, but she tries to crush him with the car, but it's really a hologram. Did they really let you get your father? No. The only way to defeat it is they use, Weather Wizard's wand. Barry uses it, and first of all, Nora's not okay with it, but Nora, he had to use it for a good reason. And then Team Flash, they end up discovering his identity, Orland Doyle. But she also had flashbacks in it, which I liked. Orland is just a normal guy who has a normal job and everything. Just works a great living, trying to do what he can, But he ends up adopting Grace after the death of her parents. It was an explosion, an accident, and at first it's just kind of a complicated relationship between the two. She doesn't see him as a good father, and Grace gets in trouble at school for cursing, for saying rat bastards, and he tells stop it. And the only thing I say Grace being annoying is her saying rat bastard. He's like, stop it. Yes, I curse sometimes, but you can't really just say things like that sometimes. But when the enlightenment happens, they start bonding. He even goes to a little dollhouse, so their relationships grow better, and she becomes really dark him. But due to the devotees from DeVoe satellite, and the enlightenment that goes off, Grace gets him, into a coma, and then impels, Orland with a sharpener that would later become his dagger. The dagger, that sharpened in him, that, hit him right here. Grace ends up in this coma. He blames Barry Humans for what happened. He's angry. He thought it was to exterminate them all. He's like this. When he comes to Cicada, he's like, telekinesis with his dagger, grabs it, he's like this, every metahuman will die. But overall, good episode, despite, my issues with Nora. But I like the Weather Witch daughter. I thought the actor's really good. That's just my opinion. Alright, and What's Past Prologue is my next favorite episode. And the team only figures out what to discover Cicada is to take out his dagger, which is take away his powers. So they travel back in time to certain times. First they travel to 2017 to get Savitar's armor. They can't get involved with it. She's Iris. Shoot that future Barry. Well, not the future Barry, but the time remnant. The Speed Mirage version of him, clone or whatever that he created that was Savitar. And she's like, no. And, when he destroys the suit, Barry's able to quickly get these fragments out of it. But they also have a Time Wrath, is kind of like a demon that when speedsters mess with the timeline, these Time Wraths, they go after them to kind of like send them to prison, or it's kind of like you're in trouble, basically. Then they next travel to when Hunter Solomon, Zoom, stole his speed with the transmitter. They were contained up as Zoom sees them. It's like, flash, you go nowhere, like another speedster. Tries to chase them down. Eventually Time Wrath, grabs Zoom as they're running into the Speed Force. They travel back to the town of the Cargo Accelerator explosion. They land on the day that Barry's 2016 self went back in order to get faster instead. I think when he was trying to defeat Zoom in season 2. Barry went back in time, back in 2016, back to that 2014 time or whatever to, so he can defeat Zoom and become faster. And she convinces him to ask Barry for help. So while he's got that 2016 Barry here, this 2018 Barry comes with Nora, and he's able to find the daughter. They have this little argument. How much they hate each other, but he helps them their transmitter while damaged, because the transmitter, when they thanks to Zoom trying to catch them, it gets damaged, so they have no choice but to go ask Tom for help. They showed us where the particle accelerator went off, and the power temperature. That was where it all started with the metahumans being created. And Nora didn't know this, but he reveals to her that Don killed his mother. That's why he hates them. That's why they're enemies. They go to they have the dampener inside a hospital pillar for return to the present so they can confront Cicada. Barry's kind of standing outside offering help. But Owens has to fight them. They have a showdown with Cicada. Vibe shows up, was able to, vibe it, but he's able to use his powers to crawl back to him. And Cicada prepares to almost kill Barry. Caitlin transforms into Killer Frost to do some. Since she's not amazing, she's always been, Killer Frost. She's able to attack him, freeze him a little bit. And Cicada, instead of fight back, just flies away, Meanwhile, Sherlock continues, of course, to try to find out his true intentions by these strange symbols that, he asked Barry about when Barry in season 4 came out of the Speed Force after being there 6 months when he's writing down these symbols. He's investigating that. Nora ends up traveling to 2024 back there, where of course you find out that she's in cahoots with Thon, or has been working with him, that she's secretly been sending her journals to him. Oh, and again, I won't be talking about the crossover, but that was a good episode. I really enjoyed this one. Definitely one of the best, at least I thought. So Elseworlds, that's a crossover. Won't be talking about that. Okay, but now back to the usual Flash of things. This episode again I thought was okay, and this was The Flash and the Furious. Noah refuses to tell Sloan, I'm not working, you killed my grandmother. So if Noah encountered her and Barry encountered a new villain named Silver Ghost, who possesses Veritech, allowing her to access any car she wants. So she decides to, she's got this plan, but she needs to bring out Weather Witch. They go to this meeting with her, courtroom with her. Noah decides to testify against him. Well, it was about to be Barry, but they're trying to stop the Silver Ghost. Barry touches it, but his body, he can fall through the Earth's atmosphere. So they put him in a containment cell, or a metahuman cell, to damage his power to protect him. Noah tries to investigate. Noah nearly loses in the courtroom, saying, she's guilty, she did it, she did this. I'm like, you stupid Noah, you can't do that in the courtroom. It's, contempt. think that was a little later on. Yeah. Kalen's helping Cisco heal his hand. They agree to try to. They want to do this metahuman cure, which is a cure for metahumans to take away their powers. But let them decide if they want to do that. Not force them to. Charlotte gains access to the time vault, but discovers that the files on the Northwest deleted them. He's like, of course, no way you did. What are you hiding? Weather Witch, wants to go back to prison. She says go back because Access believes that, there was like, you're a criminal, no one will give her a chance. I'm like, well, she truly does not know her father. At least her father would give somebody a second chance. Flash would. But, in order to ever talk to her, she even has help with Killer Frost a little bit. And she stops the core. And of course they go to jail, back to jail. But it was an alright episode. Alright, and then another favorite of mine is, sorry I do this a lot, is Seeing Red. Cicada returns. He's able to kill this one meta who, she's got like swords for hands, for that's her power. Orlan's just, having coffee at Jitter. And his dagger can tell him, will let him know if there's a metahuman. He's like, you shouldn't insist. He fights her, she kills him, but he kills her. He's able to, he can throw his dagger and dagger will come back and stab you in the back, literally. And he does kill her. And he tries to kill some more metahumans, attacks the snake eye guy, I forget his name, Norlock, who worked, the villain season 4 who worked with Antimony Black, who's went into hiding. But he's still out and about, doing crime. The villain ends up, scared, paralyzed Nora, picks her up, punches her in the back, breaks her back. And she's like, Mom, I can't run from nothing. And of course, Cicada has an inside cop, the cop who, of course, was, angry because of, he had to do something terrible, blow up, at the softball game, blow up his colleagues, and he hated that, he hated metahumans, so he decided to help Cicada, but Flash then decided to get him out of Central City, save them, and Barry's angry though, he's mad because he hurt his daughter, so he wants to kill Cicada, well, because he won't say it out loud, but she still knows because she can read his mind. Kelly continues with the working with Megan Kira. Cicada, thanks to his police informant, he's like, thank you, Flash, for bringing me all of them. But thanks to the help of, Killer Frost helping him, and she can take on Cicada, so even stop his damper dagger for flying back at him, so she uses her ice powers to, that. He's like, give him hell, Flash, and he does. He gives Cicada a beating. He's able to use his powers like slowing down and pow, 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 pow. And he's like, you're so close to beating him up, angry, and he almost uses his fist, with like a speedster. It was almost ready to kill him, so, Nora shows up as XS, tells him, Dad, I'm okay. But Frost loses her grip on the dagger, goes back to Cicada, and Cicada flies away. Iris, Charlotte talks to Iris, telling him to investigate Nora's reports, but I'm glad he didn't stop in her journal. with this idea, to appeal to Cicada's heart by trying to wake up Grace, if they can save her. Maybe Cicada will stop. Another favorite of mine is called Memorabilia. They plan to wake Grace up from her coma, so in order to do that, they have to go into her mind. They use memory machine from Earth 221. Against this, Nora enters Grace's memories. She doesn't want her dad to see her, that she's working with Dawn. Nora goes into her memory, she's at the police station, but she stupidly gets trapped there with this little girl, Nora. And she's like, well, that was fast, you were trying to check on something. She doesn't help her out. She even has Cicada attack her. Then you have a future Cicada that is, of course, Grace attacking her. And she realizes, you're the speedster, you metahumans, you're a threat. And she's so angry she doesn't wake up. She leaves that Barry and I start going to save her, but they end up in Nora's memories. They see her as a kid, they see the Flash Museum, which Barry likes. She's like, this is going to go to your head. Flash Museum looks cool. It's got, the villains in there. It's got Flash toys and Flash merchandise. And Barry's like, wow, this is awesome. But the costume of Eobard Thawne, the defense mechanism that is Nora's, because again, he's like her friend basically from the future. So he attacks her, becoming Thawne, almost her to kill him, but, Iris helps out. No one's messing my family, son of a bitch. And we also see Iris as a future mother, and she's like really mean. They really did make her a cold-hearted mother. I'm like, you just made her mean a lot. I don't like that. Iris being like that. But they end up escaping from her, and they save her from Cicada. She refuses to wake up because she believes Nora's a liar, and she talks to her future self, Cicada self, telling her, they're all a liar, we need to kill these metahumans. Cicada learns that the shard there was a shard that became lodged in Grace's brain, and it created a barrier around it, meaning they cannot try again. Iris is able to get her own office, like I said. I like that she's going back being a journalist. She has her own office, Central City Citizen, that she creates. Cisco makes some headway in the Medicare, which Barry decides to use on Cicada. So they talk about, using on him to help him. But that was one memorabilia. Then another favorite episode of mine is called Gold-Faced. The team, they did complete the metahuman cure, but it requires Cicada to use it. Ralph finds this device capable of doing so in the hands of a metahuman crime boss named Goldface. So him and Barry have to go undercover, and Goldface is this guy. Of course, being called Goldface, his whole body's kind of made of that, of armor and strength. And he was a cool villain. I like Goldface. Barry says that Barry even acts suspiciously. He wants to buy these guns that can kill a cop, and Goldface and his crew, they're suspicious of Barry. He wants to kill Barry until Barry, goes around like, I'm the chemist. Yes. And he's able to convince them. And he's like, oh, I don't want you to rob, children or rob a hospital. You're going to do it before it gets to the hospital. Barry and Ralph Rabb would stop Goldface knowing his men, as he doesn't want Barry going in there because he doesn't want Barry. He tells Barry some stupid, not something stupid, but tells him, the end justifies the means. He's like, Barry, this isn't you. Which I'll give Ralph one thing, at least he does the right thing, because Barry's just not this kind of person, doesn't want him to turn into this kind of person, so he doesn't let him do it. He sneaks there himself. They get attacked by Goldfish, try to punch him, but Goldfish, his like made out of gold. His body nearly gives him strength, but they're able to take him down. Which I thought was a good fight. Iris starts to investigate Cicada for the Central City Citizen, where he lives. She's able to get inside, but he sees through her, what she's trying to do, see what she's trying to do. She grabs her purse. She's like, "You didn't bring that person in when you came," so, and he tries to attack her, and she stabs like, "We're gonna defeat you, son of a bitch," Nora tries to steal Sherlock from, which I don't like in the episode, helping him fall in love with a woman named Rena Aller. And Rena, despite that first meeting, because Sherlock, tells her about her, is like, okay, stalker. They have good chemistry. And he wants to protect her from Cicada, but you see that he'd all the ex-wives that look like her, so that's why he knows so much about her. But that was kind of I thought that was funny. But again, Goldface was a really good episode. Again, nobody just didn't care for Nora. Alright, and then this is the least favorite episode of mine. I didn't like it. There's only two least favorite. This is Cause and Excess. Barry takes the medic here into the Speed Force. For an hour, Darren helps Speed, leaving Nora behind. And, he tells Nora, you need to protect the city. Cicada kidnaps Iris. He finds out about Team Flash. Nice Iris out. He's going to kill her. But she shows up too late, and her mother gets killed. Cicada kills Killer Frost, distressing Nora to the point where she runs so fast that she resets the timeline. And then it kills somebody else. It kills Sherlock. Cisco dies also, or Caitlin, or Ralph die, or Cecile. So Joe's not there because he went to go see his son Wally, just to get away from the crime and stuff that's been happening. But again, it's stupid. Nora, and when she runs, by the way, it looks very silly and bad CGI. I just heard them. I'm like, are you running or are you dancing? But anyway, it's stupid because you're like, why can't I fix this? Why can't I fix this? And she tells me she's done this 52 times. I'm like, Nora, you can't mess with time. And you're already pretty much doing that by being there. It just makes her look stupid. She's the worst speedster ever. She cannot run for the crap. I know Barry has a son named Barton, and he seems to do it too. Again, I just think Nora's an idiot, and she has to get help from Team Flash. And of course, they're able to defeat him though. Barry comes back and is like, what's happened? But Cicada ends up getting stabbed with his own dagger, so it forces him to flee. Charlotte gives more investigating, but I didn't like this episode. Did not care for Cause and Excess. It was just boring and lame episode, I thought, I know Barry and Iris are going to be parents, of course, but can we just have that at the end of the show? Yeah. Please? Anyway, this was an awesome episode. Some issues, but this was King Shark versus Gorilla Grodd. The Metahuman Cure is finally... I did have one issue with it, though. It's finally finished. Team Flash decides that King Shark could be their first subject. And this lady, who's from another future, knows his human form from another Earth, decided to help out. Has been helping him out for a while. Shit on my water. But they had to make sure he agrees with it. But yet they asked Lilo because he's an artist. He nearly, he gets his brain cells and his brain is dead. Apparently he found out that Grodd is trying to take control of Central City, take over once again. He can't control, has a hard time controlling King Shark's mind because King Shark is still half human, but also half shark, so half animal too. Barry reacts to King Shark, and this is my main problem. They try to do this in their costumes, and again, King Shark, who's a big CGI shark, can pick you up and bite your head off like you're a freaking ice cream cone or something. He does this, and Barry, in the moment, realizing that his friend Cisco is about to die, he uses super speed and puts it on him. When Caitlin makes this, I don't really like Caitlin, but in this episode, I pretty much disliked her because she complains and says, even though you did take the cure willingly, and they fuss at him about it, and they get on him about, we shouldn't have done that, Barry. This is my, Cisco, you are annoying and you're a terrible friend. And so is Caitlin, because they're fussing at him and they're mad at him, like, you shouldn't have done that. I'm like, really? Again, this show loves to prove that Barry's wrong. Yeah, Barry's wrong, you shouldn't have done that. Cisco, you're a prick. You are the worst friend ever, because Barry just saved your life. Yeah, King Shark almost killed you. And I don't blame Barry. He did the right thing. And yet, the show's saying he's wrong, he shouldn't have done that. Barry's wrong. What is it with these CW shows proving that the main hero is wrong? They love doing that. They love doing it all over an Arrow, but also here in The Flash, too. And they have to get on the Barry's ass, and Barry apologizes for it. He shouldn't apologize to him. You know what? If a metahuman's a threat, and they're going to kill people, now there's Cisco, but aren't they going to use the cure for that? Wouldn't that be a good idea? If there's a crazy metahuman out there that is trying to harm people, shoot him with the cure? Yes. So in a way, Barry did the right thing. It's my one little nitpick here, or that makes me angry, is that they're being douchebag for friends. I'm like, wow, getting on to Barry for no reason, even though he did the right thing. It's just ridiculous. I'm like, wow, I hated that. Of course, he tries to apologize before, but Cisco punches him there, and the mind control of him. And Barry's like, well, I deserve a punch in the face, and I deserve to get an ice punch or whatever. Not an ice punch, well, Killform says it's ice blast. And Barry's like, I deserved it. No, you didn't, Barry. I'm like, you didn't deserve that. Cisco and Caitlin were being idiots. They should be apologizing. And for getting onto your butt about what you did, too. I'm like, But anyway, Killer Shark is called Shay LaDome. Him and this woman, even though she doesn't make she has feelings for him. Charlotte, convinces her that y'all do have feelings for each other. He tells her, you do. And they even share a kiss. But Grodd is able to get his mind able to control the city. And Flash and SS can't stop him. So Shay decides to become King Shark once more, but he may not ever go back to being in his human form. And it's CGI though, but it's still good to see King Shark faces Gorilla Grodd. That was awesome. And he defeats him. And Grodd ends up, being injured, but also ends up being locked up in Argus. And Shay volunteers to change back to help Team Flash with works. He just ends up in this place where, she can keep an eye on him, do tests on him. He's like, Shay's telling her, don't be sad. Joe returns home to Cecile and trains Iris to overcome Cicada because she was scared about him attacking her. He's like, trains her to fight stuff, which I thought was cool. Iris can be a badass, I mean, just look at her father, Joe, he is, to whom they don't want to force it on Cicada. They just want to help him. But good episode. And that's probably my last favorite episode. Yeah. Okay. Mark all these down. Alright guys, just got a couple more. And then this episode that was okay, that is Failures and Orphan. In 2049, Fallon warns Nord that they have to act fast to stop Cicada once and for all. a new timeline is setting in that her father can be killed. They confront a new metahuman named Acid Master, who burns Mark with a newspaper article shown to Nora. Joe and Cecilia interrogate Dr. Ambrose. She was lying to them, but, they learned to work together, and they try to get her help. He is considered his vendetta. We consider his vendetta. He's convinced to take the Mayhem cure. At first, Flash tries to talk to him. It's like, you don't need to do this. You don't need to work with people. I'm sorry for what happened to Grace, but it's wrong what you're doing. Yes, Barry talks to him. Flash tells Kate about his legacy. And then, he just punches Flash and is like, I don't give a damn about my legacy. Comes close to killing him. But Flash is able to talk to him again. This time with Orlin with his mask off, and Barry takes off his mask, saying, I'm a father too. You should help her, you should do the right thing, and they convince him. Orlin's taking Star Labs and they give him this cure, but in the operation, he's feeling the attack. This new cicada just randomly shows up, which is like, what? This was just stupid. I'm like, and of course it's actually the future Grace. Well, I met though this new cicada from the future. She's got two daggers and takes on Team Flash. She kills Dr. Ambrose by stabbing her. She goes in the cabin in the woods. This new cicada messes up to reveal an adult Grace, which I didn't like. The actress I do know from Smallville. She played Alice in Smallville season 3 and 4. That was the character that was, dating Clark Kent and was obsessed with him. That's that actress from that episode. But I didn't care about that. And just a new cicada, I'm like, I thought that was stupid. I'm like, why do we new cicada? It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, you can say Grace is from the future and all that stuff. Yeah, but still, it's just, I thought that was stupid. I'm like, they, at least Orlin could have changed his mind and gone back to being a cicada, or just refused it. Or where they have to might force the kill on him. Sorry, because if he was threatening to kill one metahuman, he's about to kill somebody else, and they had, like I said, they might have to use their own if he's threatening to kill him. Cicada doesn't care. He's heartless. He's out for revenge. But anyway, then the other okay episode is Time Bomb. Dawn is surprised by the new one. Oh, of course, Dawn, duh, because you convinced her to go to this new timeline, and Nora's like, another cicada show up. Well, Nora, you messed with the timeline. You got repercussions from it. What did you expect? Idiot. The adult Grace reveals to Orlin that she came from the future, remarried him as Thrash so that she can complete what she believed is still her mission. But all of a sudden, Orlin has a change of heart. So he goes from being the main villain to not the main villain anymore, being a good guy. You killed Dr. Ambrose? You did this? And of course, this cicada does kill people too. And like, eventually Orlin probably would have done that. He tries to tell her to stop. He's like, Grace, stop, Grace. He's like, get out of my way. But this new cicada, she goes to a police file. One thing I thought was funny, this police officer as they shoot at her, but she was, and stabs him. I was like, well, that was dumb. She's out for revenge for Cicada 2. She charges Piggy Bowen. She believes that this woman killed her parents, excess, and, try to, Barry tries to tell her that, this lady that, well, you should tell your family about your parents, that's going to hurt them, keeping the secret from them, that's wrong. And Nora's like, well, that was wrong for you to try to do that. Shut up, Nora. And plus, because Barry, she's like, well, that was wrong for you to try to do that. I'm like, no, it wasn't, Nora. Because, she doesn't tell her family that puts her family in danger. You can say she's protecting them, but that's more like she's harming them, and they'll be afraid of her if she doesn't come up with the truth. Which they do find out the truth, because she does have Team Flash. Her daughter ends up being scared of her as well. tries to talk to her, abandoning her mission, but instead she used her dagger to kill him. So I'm like, really? And he tells, before he dies, tells Barry, tells Flash, save my daughter, save Grace, save my Gracie. So we just wasted a good character for nothing, killing him off. Meanwhile, though, Charlotte finds out that Dawn was posing as Edward Wells, cracked the source code for the multiverse. Dawn is the second person who wrote the Norris Journal. Sherlock exposes her partnership in front of the team, causing Barry to lock his daughter in the pipeline, which I liked, and she's like, Dad, good. Because she did something stupid, that needs to be locked up in that pipeline. Good. I was glad Barry did that. Yeah. But an okay episode in my opinion. And then this episode I didn't care for. This is definitely my least favorite episode. This was called Godspeed. Anyway, since she did, she's a lot of the pipeline, metahuman pipeline, where she can't use powers. You see Flash Force 2049 where Nora West Ellen is a forensic scientist like her dad. She's trying to do some investigation of a metahuman. She rescued it with her best friend named Leo. Together they discover a mysterious speedster who is called Godspeed, stealing chemicals. Nora and Leo investigate the target. Godspeed's hitting Nora, he shocks her with lightning. But apparently you find out that Nora's always had powers. She finds out from Iris, this is why Iris stamped her powers, because what happened to her father, so her and her mother have a restraining relationship. Yeah. And she tries to go to Eobard Thawne because she can't get help from my mom, so she goes to him asking for help. He tries to use her. Of course Dawn is using her for a reason, which you'll find out later. She tries to chase Godspeed, he tries to tell her, breathe, calm down, you're part of something greater, the Speed Force. He tries to use Dawn is using the same line like he did in the first season, which was epic, awesome to listen to, great line. He tries to use the same thing with Nora, but it's lame, and I'm like, we've seen this before, I don't care about this, This is kind of like Last Jedi crap right here, to me a little bit. Nora is just pretty much Barry Allen in the future. Forensic scientist, learning from Dawn. I'm like, okay, we've seen this to Barry Allen before. Now I gotta see it to the daughter. I'm like, no, it doesn't work for me. But apparently Nora's a weak link because she's like, oh, I can't do it. I'm like, Nora, you suck as a speedster. They find out that his next target is Tag Industries. Godspeed steals it and eventually kills Lee in the process, which I probably didn't care anyway. She finds out that he's selling chemicals to Great. His name is August Hart, an everlasting version of Felicity 9. And I do think, he does come to the future or the past or whatever to fight Barry. I guess. I don't know. Again, I haven't watched the latest season because I haven't really cared to. But Felicity 9 was the one that was used by Zoom and Tragedy, whatever her name is, to give them more speed. Tragedy killed her. Zoom just into, being in prison in the Speed Force by the Time Routes for messing with the timeline. But Felicity 9, so when a speedster uses it, drives into the stuff, it makes them faster. She does defeat Godspeed. Not really that exciting. She learns her father's true secret about him being the Flash, and Barry leaving a message for her, a final message. Team Flash reads Nora's journal, and after Liz and Leo was murdered, Iris releases Nora from the cell, which again is stupid. Iris is being dumb here, I think. Barry, after partnership with Dawn, Barry Sharper takes Nora back to 24-9 without consulting the team, which I'm glad. Hey, he's her father. He should have the final say. Oh, but her mother needs to say, no, I felt Barry did the right thing. And again, this show is going to once again prove that Barry's wrong. I like that. It was a good thing he took Nora back. You know. Don is also waiting execution for his crimes. He's in prison, but he's on death row pretty much. Just waiting, you know, going through a timer when he's going to, you know. But I was glad when Barry did that. Yeah. But still, lame episode. Godspeed, I'm sorry, his suit looks stupid. You know, and it looks lame. Yeah. I'm like, we already have the picture of Lindsay's got. That's Savitar. Savitar had a better suit. Savitar was a lot better. And so was Zoom and Dawn. I'm more of a threat than Godspeed. Godspeed is one of the worst speedsters ever. I'm like, you know. Alright, that was my last least favorite one. And then this episode I thought was okay. Snowpack. I did like a part of it. Barry and Iris fight over him sending Nora back to the future. He's like, you shouldn't have done that. You should have consulted me. You should have blah, 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 blah. You know, that's the way I see it. Iris fussing about it, and Iris being stupid. And now I realize that Barry did the right thing. She's like, all you did was let me say goodbye. She shouldn't be there, Iris. Get over it. Her being there is going to damage the timeline. Why don't you wait for a future where you actually meet your daughter? You know, when you give birth to her in the certain future. Yeah. But her fussing out Barry about it and saying, and you know, like I said, the show loves to prove Barry's wrong. Barry's wrong for what he did. No, he's not. He did the right thing. Yeah. But Nora decides to learn to use the native Speed Force, which works. Yeah. But then again, she's like, I can't do it. I can't run through here. So Iris decides to get the help from Ralph to use this hamster ball. Well, Dawn's speedball, or not speedball, not like a drug, but it's like kind of like a hamster ball, but it was going to take Dawn home in the first season, so Iris says use that to go to the future to give this Nora, but it makes it worse. All you did, Iris, all you did was make things worse. Because, you know, Nora's mad and pissed at both of you anyway, and you just made it worse. Yeah, but I do like one thing that was Isaac coming back. Once he uses cryoamatizer from Candace Hauser Industries and kidnaps Caitlin and Carla, Caitlin's mom, planning to eliminate their human size so he can have an ice family. Kayla falls into fighting an icicle while Barry saves her mother from the cryo chamber before she gets a nice personality too. Thomas ends up finding the strength to, well, they're like, which I thought, bad CGI, but again, I thought it was a little cool, you know, like throws on those and people there to use their ice powers to like, to create like a sidewalk for them to fly on. She has a little fight with the icicle. Icicle is about to kill Caitlin because he stabs her and he gets the strength back. He's like, oh, they hug each other. And then, of course, the Cicada 2 shows up and kills him, which I thought was sad, you know. Yeah, that was the one thing in the episode that was good going on. Nora gets out of the Speed Force, the negative Speed Force, which Don uses for his anger and hatred, and puts that into Nora, and her eyes are going red just like Dawn's. But overall, okay episode. I like the whole thing with Isaac coming back, and Killer Falls having to face him again, and you know his death I thought was pretty sad. Yeah, that was the only thing good in the episode. Didn't care about Cicada 2, you know, didn't care about the whole thing with Nora. Or what Iris was doing. And then this episode I thought was okay too. This is Gone Rogue. Nora plans a heist. This episode was just kind of boring with technologies, and she needs help from these weapons from the satellite terminal. she needs accomplices. She ends up getting Ragdoll, Weather Witch, and Brie Larson, who is the girl that can control beasts. She was in, I think, season 1 of The Flash? Yeah. And season 4, when she tried to, kill Felicity Smoke and her mother. Noah's able to convince him to help her. She convinces, kidnaps Cisco and Sherlock, angry at Sherlock for what he did. And even though they get on to Sherlock saying, "You've done enough," I'm like, "No, Sherlock did pretty good stuff. You don't understand, this is family. Ralph, you barely even know these people. You don't know them all at once." I'm like, family. Yeah. Team Flash is that, but Ralph, you're not a part of that family. Anyway, even though Sherlock did the right thing, because it could have caused a bad timeline, he could have killed Nora before, he could have got out of his prison cell, could have made things a lot worse if Sherlock didn't do anything about it. But that's what a detective does, they investigate. Would you expect you are a detective? He's going to investigate. If they find someone suspicious in their gut, in their hunch, they're going to investigate. That's what a detective does, a good one. Especially one who's called Cicada like 37 times. So, yeah. After getting through the dampness, the doors will turn on her and threaten to kill the employees. Lester Flash reveals his identity. They end up, Joe takes out Ragdoll, well, Iris does, which I thought was cool. And they're able to eventually use their powers to take down the buildings, Weather Witch and Ragdoll and Brie Larson. However, she's trying to steal a mirror gun capable of destroying Cicada's dagger. She makes amends with her parents and agrees to help abandon Thawne's plan. Billy, however, wants to use the gun. Meanwhile, Caitlin and Ralph discover that Cisco's metahuman cure prototypes have been stolen. They realize that Cicada 2 can weaponize a lethal version of the cure with it and basically use this to, kill all metahumans. Overall, okay episode, just very boring. I don't remember much about it. I fell asleep through some of it. But I do think Ella could be an interesting villain. They should have done that with her, because Don calls her his little runner, so he kind of sees her as a daughter too. If she would have turned and become a villain, I think, like Barbara did in Gotham, love that, would be more interesting. And then the girl with the red lightning. This episode I thought was okay. Just 2 more episodes, guys. Yeah. Should be just 2 more. But Team Flash ends up gathering Central City's metahuman and CCPD to protect them. Captain Singh has to leave or something, so Joe has to take over. People are scared and they're acting crazy. And they're yelling at Joe, and Joe is just here with like, "Everybody, give me minutes." And so Cecile, is able to tell him, "Joe, you can take charge. You can do this." Again, you can't blame Joe. He's going through a difficult time. Being in charge is not easy, but he's able to get through it, which I liked. Charlotte goes to get Renee, but she refuses to take it and send to safety on his Earth. Well, Cicada 2 comes by. She flies down. She's like, right after the dagger lets her know metahuman. She tries to kill him. Tries to kill Renee, but it doesn't work. Thanks to Renee using her powers to, she can move objects with her powers, and does it to protect herself and Charlotte from getting attacked by the dagger. Well, saves her own life. Nora has that connection with her, and she can sense all her anger and stuff, and she can tell when she's showing up. So she can psychic her mind. Ralph tries to figure out Thawne's plan, but the monster stops Cicada 2. Cicada 2 collects the final piece of her weapon. Barry and Iris agree to let Nora connect with her and pose herself to the next Speed-Force. She attacks CC, Central City Police Department. Meta show up. They use, kill the false special instructor, killing her father. cryo atmosphere. Ralph figures out Dawn's plan just as Barry shoots Skater. He's like, don't shoot it, you know. Because he's got this other dagger that will set him free from being executed. Executed dagger with the mirror gun. In 2049, Dawn's time runs out and is about to be executed as he is strapped down. It is revealed that his powers are being dampened by Cicada's dagger. And once Cicada is destroyed, he'll be able to get out and continue being a criminal, of course. Or continue his, revenge on the Flash. Yeah. Because they shoot it, we'll get close to. And the episode ends there with Barry shooting the mirror gun. Yeah. And the last episode of this season, and that was okay episode in my opinion, that is Legacy. Ralph ends up saving the dagger, because he puts himself in harm's way, bumps him up like this. Cicada 2 reclaims before it gets it and escapes. Nora realizes that she was playing, comes up with a plan to stop Cicada 2. The teens ends up tracking Cicada 2 to her younger self. Nora enters her mind because her future Cicada 2 self kidnaps her younger self. But they go there and she tries to fight with them. The Shrine of Grace's head counteracts. So Barry's before destroying the dagger and revealing an adult Grace being erased. Nora goes into her mind once again because they're able to put her in a time prison or something like that they used in season 1 for Reverse Flash. Some would say, I'm not reverse, sorry. Just reminiscing when the show was good a little bit there. But anyway, they put her there, but she's able to get out. And she says that they give her the cure, and her brain, the sharp, heals up, and her powers go away. And the future Cicada 2, future Grace erases from existence. But Dawn ends up regaining his powers thanks to Cicada being gone. He says, are you married or not? So he kills all of them. And the guard that he doesn't like that tortures him, I guess, a little bit. He kills him until Nora, reverses time and Flash gets him out of there. Hippolyta was like, well, thank you, Nora, for your help. He's like, you betrayed me, and he runs, to his a ring that can also get his suit out, which works. But Nora is about to be erased from existence. But in order for that not to happen, if they fight Reverse Flash, she's like, Team Flash has been like hell of Cisco, Caitlin, or Frost, but they're able to kick his ass. They give him a good fight. Before Barry could do anything, though, erased from existence, they tried to, run the speed before he's like, come on, Nora, I can't do this, Dad. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be like Dawn. And so she pretty much gets erased from existence. Well, not yet until Barry, tags him. It's like this. He maybe do this one. Like, Barry, it's too late. It's like, I'll let you go for now. It's like, we'll meet again, Barry, in another timeline. And then the guys turn around and he runs off, escapes. So Barry, Barry and I give her a hug, and then she erased from existence, gone forever. They give her a farewell message from Nora, Iris, I forgot, Cisco is starting dating this new girl who, she was cute, but I didn't really care for the relationship too much. There's even an episode called an Excess episode where he's trying to impress her, which I thought was just stupid. But he gives up his powers for her. Caitlin, of course, continues being Frost, and Sherlock goes to Renee, and I guess you can say, spend his life with her, goes back to his Earth. But she sends him a farewell message, which I could feel sorry for Barry and Iris. The date of the crisis of the future ends up changing the newspaper from April 25th, 24 to December 10th, 2019, thanks to Nora showing up early because she wanted to meet her father, messing with the timeline. This is going to cause Barry to disappear or die earlier, so way to go, Nora. Yeah. And then the season ends there with the timeline changing on the newspaper. Yeah. Give some final thoughts on this show, on this season. Again, this season sucks, in my opinion. Did not like it at all. It's boring. I don't like Nora at all. I'm sorry. Her suit is lame. Her name XS is lame. She's just a lame superhero, and she's an idiot for time traveling and messing with the time. He gets very killed. His suit, is lame, I think. I do like that we got a new villain, Cicada Orland, but I just don't like that the show switched it to future Grace. That just didn't make any sense to me. Again, yeah, she could become that in the future because we're making her, but it just was random. It just kind of comes out of the blue in the mid-season. It just kind of comes out of nowhere, and it makes no sense. It's just stupid. But there were some episodes that were in here that I did enjoy. But despite that, a lot of the season is boring. The humor doesn't work. A lot of the humor is annoying. The CGI is just awful. Again, with people wanting to blame Barry, saying Barry's wrong all the time, Barry having to apologize for something stupid, like saving Cisco from getting killed by King Shark. It just proves that this is just boring. That this show has just fallen so far from grace. It really was good when it first started out. Season 1, 2, and 3. Season 2 is still my favorite. Season 3 might have its problems, but it's still better than this. At least Savitar was the villain for the whole season. And it had a better story, and I like Karen becoming Killer Frost. I like a lot of it, Again, I don't like Ralph. His humor is still annoying. Nora's annoying. Sway, she just Sway every time I'm like, dang, a freaking word. It's annoying. Yeah. But season 6 and 7, I just would hate it more. I'm not suffering through 4 more seasons. I refuse to. Fuck that. I'm done with this show for now. Again, I'm going to keep on season 4 and 5 for the crossovers when I review those, but after this, I'm either going to be going to The Flash someday, hopefully. But my rating for season 5, didn't like the season, didn't care for it, give it a thumbs down. I'm going to give this 1 out of 5 stars. There's some episodes I liked, still a lame season. The Flash started to suck after this. Just not a good show in my opinion anymore. Just, lame. But CW always has this problem. But anyway, let me know guys in the comments down below. What do you think of The Flash Season 5 in your opinion? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Tell me in the comments down below. What do you think of The Flash Season 5? Do you agree with me? And again, if you didn't see it, I will say spoilers in the description below. But anyway guys, next show I'll be talking about just one more show. Oh, also I have a plan for, it ain't going to be tonight, I wish. Well, if I have time maybe. But I'm planning to review a Disney Channel movie. That came out in 2000, that is Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. Yeah. I was planning to do a review for this for Halloween, since we're in that time of month. It might be next Saturday, I don't know, maybe. I still got a whole month. It's only October 7th. So, but also, the next TV superhero show I'll be talking about, continuing with the superhero marathon. I'm done with The Flash for now. I'm done. Anyway. Next, I will be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1980s cartoon. Yeah. Yeah, the 80s cartoon, I'll be talking about that. I got the 3 seasons right here. So next, I'll be doing a TV show collection for this. So Ninja Turtles will be next. Always love Ninja Turtles. Yeah. This is a fun little cartoon from the 80s, which I look forward to talking about. So yeah. So stay tuned for my TV show collection. I think it'll be part 32 for this show. Yeah. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 80s cartoon, definitely be talking about that. So, and then I'll be reviewing the 90s superhero era of movies, 90s era of superhero movies, 90s era, starting with The Death of the Incredible Hulk, which is the last TV movie, starring Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. That should be first. But next will be the 80s cartoon for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'll definitely be reviewing the 1990 movie and the sequels, the Michael Bay movies, and even the new one when it comes out, on DVD. Gonna get it still, even though if I don't like it. Hey, I'm doing a superhero marathon, so guys, even if I'm sitting through a shitty superhero movie or a show that becomes crap, like the Flash has here, the CW show that became that way, I'm willing to do it for you guys. I'm willing to do it because I love talking about movies and stuff, so sometimes you just gotta sit through the bad stuff. That's just the way it is sometimes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. So thank you for keeping to 408 subs. I appreciate the views, guys. Keep on watching. I'm sorry about the later videos sometimes, but guys, it's just because I'm busy in life with work. But I'm not quitting YouTube, so yes. I do have a review planned up, and I do plan to continue talking about more superhero stuff. So stay tuned for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and again, I'll probably see you in a flash. But this time with a little turtle power. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.